What's going on, everybody? This is Joe, and I am back once again for the continuation of my Rise of Shadows, the Dalaran Heist blind playthrough. I am not familiar with this game, although if you've watched some of the others, you may not know that, because 1, 2, and 3 are all completed. We are on to number 4 of 5, as you can see. And I won all of those on my first try. Now again,
Okay, here's the deal. You gotta keep these sewers clear while I wire up the rockets.
Okay. I have not... I know nothing about this, so I don't know if that is common or uncommon, but here we are. So we are here at Part 4, The Underbelly. Defeat the residents of these subterranean tunnels to hook up Dr. Boom's rockets. The twist is there is swapped attack and health, and the prize is 3 packs for reaching the 5th boss in this chapter. So, let's get into it. We have 2 new classes to choose from, Warrior and Druid. So for Warrior...
I understand you need some muscle.
We have Mr. Chu. This black market bodyguard is the new muscle for EVIL. And we have the Druid.
We take many forms!
Squeamish, a druid of the rat known for her turtle and hedgehog forms. That is a really interesting conundrum.
Understand you need some muscle.
Sorry, I'm jumping back and forth between their voice dialogues here. I actually think I'm gonna go druid this time around.
We take many forms!
Okay, so obviously, as we've seen, there's only one option here, the standard druid hero power in shapeshift. So we will take that, and we have only one choice of starting deck, and that is ferocity. Okay. So yeah, there's turtles, there's gibberers. Alright, this seems like an interesting enough deck. All minions' attack and health are swapped. So this will be a 1-2, 1-1, that's irrelevant. This will be a 3-2, this will be a 2-2 still, 2-2 still. Okay. Alright. Let's see what we got. First up is Chomper. Chomper survives the sewers by snacking on smaller minions, and his hero power for 2 is Lifesteal, deal 1 damage to a minion, so he can gain some health back. Okay. He only has 10 because we're starting out, but still, that's an interesting ability.
Squeamish versus Chomper.
Oh, I see, it's Squeamish, excuse me.
Me Squeamish, druid of the rat!
Fair enough. Let's get rid of this 4, see if we can get something smaller to start with. Yep, we got a 2. 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
So, I might have accidentally sliced into a toxic sewer gas line.
Gross.
You'll be fine as long as you don't move. Or breathe.
Yeah, that sounds disgusting. Interesting. So if we use our Gibberer to attack a hero, we add a copy of it to our hand, although they can now kill it pretty easily. But I guess we don't.
Kobold Druid? The most magical of vermin. Slay them.
So we could summon 2 1/2s, which would be 2 1s, I would venture to say. Or we can give our 1/1 +1/+1.
What would Master Rat do?
Yeah, I think we're going to do that so that this thing lives and we can start attacking our opponent and getting copies of it. Oh, we can just play it. It'll die, though. Yeah, I'll use up my mana, that's fine. It's another thing. If it deals damage to this, it deals damage to that. Oh, interesting. Yep. Oh, he has his own. Interesting. Okay. Oh, wow, attacks me. That is actually a big surprise. I would not have seen that coming at all. Okay. Well, I mean, 5 or more attack. We can probably wait a bit on that. It's probably going to end up being like 5 mana or more. So let's play this.
This isn't Moonglade.
And one. Yep. Oh, they got one. Another one as well. Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Let's gain 6 or include a minion that costs 4 or less from our deck. And it's for 4? Sure. Let's do that. Nice. Alright. I like it. Look at these little guys. I was gonna say, I assume they're gonna try to kill our stuff, but if he doesn't, we win. Or at least he's gotta play a counter. Nope, we just win this turn. Okay.
Oh no! Cards are running out!
Don't worry. Just gonna do this. Attack. 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 And make me fancy. Very good. Yeah, I mean, that's... I don't know whether that's issues with the AI or the jiggers or what. If they killed any of our creatures, we would have had our minions, excuse me, we would have had a pretty tough time winning that one. But instead, here we are. Okay, so we have our first treasure that we get to choose from. Either a Prince's Ring, replace your starting hero power with a random Death Knight one, and that's at the beginning of every game. We used that once earlier. It worked out pretty well for us if I recall, but it is a bit of RNG. Passive, at the start of the game, give your opponent 2 cursed cards. That's not bad. They take damage for every turn that it's in their hand, and they'd have to play it to get rid of it, and it costs mana to play, so they would lose out on using that mana for that turn. Or the Elixir of Vigor, after you play a minion, shuffle 2 copies of it into your deck. They cost 1. So I don't really see a ton of minions here that we have. Like, we have this Astral Tiger, which would be kind of cool to have a 3/5 that costs 1, and we shuffle a copy of it into our deck. The Grizzly buffs up minions. This one gives us a random one into our hand, which would then have it go into our deck, a big one. Plated Beetle and the Gibberer. I guess we could have like a million Gibberers out, right? I mean, well, we can only have 7, but in our deck and stuff. And the Acorn Bearer. Interesting. I don't hate this. It's a great way to make sure that we don't get decked out by some kind of strategy that's trying to make us discard cards or lose cards from the top of our deck or something. And I'm not a huge fan of this one. It doesn't seem that powerful to me, to be honest. And the Prince's Ring seems fun, but we've used it already, so I think I'd rather use the Elixir, at least just to try things out. I'm not trying to win it every time on the first chance, although, you know, if I do, that's great. Okay, so there's Choices, Nature and Grow, and Feral Bite. This has a 10 cost in it, so let's look at this first. 4, 3, and 2 seems reasonable. 2 mana, Keeper Staladris. After you cast a Choose One spell, add copies of both choices to your hand. Copies of both choices? Interesting. Do we have any Choose Twos? I don't see any, although that is a thing that Druids do. Although, presumably, yeah, here's a Choose One. Transform into one of Loti's 4 dinosaur forms, and your Choose One cards and powers have both effects combined. So this could be a kind of thing where if we pick this, we can just start trying to move in that direction, where if there are other choices that would give us other Choose Ones, we could do that. These 2 feel like they want us to have a bunch, and we would only have the 1, so that kind of feels bad, but these are all legendary creatures, and again, this would be a 5/3, and a 3/2 with the health swapped and a 2/1. So I don't hate that. Let's see what else we've got though. For Feral Bite, we've got Pounce. Give your hero +2 attack this turn. That's not bad. Earthen Scales, we already have one of those. Give a friendly minion +1/+1, gain armor equal to its attack. And Savage Combatant, Inspire, give your hero +2 attack this turn. So the problem with that is a lot of times when our hero has hero power, we want to be using it to attack minions to kill them. But then we're putting our life at risk, and early on in this run, I guess, we're not going to have a lot of life to work with. Look down there, we've only got 20 right now. It does give us an armor as well when we use the hero power specifically, but I'm not a huge fan of trying to buff up our hero power if we don't have a ton of things that give us armor, although, where was it? The Oaken Summons worked really well, and the Earthen Scales did as well, and we would get another one here. But, and let's see what Nurture and Grow is. Each player gains 2 mana crystals, so it's equivalent. We'd be giving it to our opponent as well, which is not amazing. Here's a choose one. Gain 2 mana or draw 3 cards. Not bad. And Ultimate Infestation. Deal 5, draw 5, gain 5 armor, and summon a 5/5 ghoul. This card is cool, but it's also 10 mana, so we're not really... We would likely, hopefully, not be getting to 10 mana until much later in the run, although it would be a nice thing to have. But I think for now, I'm going to go with choices, and maybe we can keep moving in that direction, and as we saw, you might end up with, incidentally, some of them in other categories as well, because that's kind of a Druid thing. Okay, so we have Soothsayer Zoe. I think we faced her previously in one of the other runs. This healer will fight for her city, break out the Sooths. Healing Hands. At the start of her turn, she restores 2 health to all friendly minions. So if we're going to kill one of her minions, we got to just do it, or deal it a ton of damage if it's big. But, yeah.
Squeamish versus Zoe.
You've interrupted my healing. Squeamish good heals. Me Shrek form.
What? Okay. Alright, yeah, this isn't a bad hand. Interesting. Alright. Well, we've got a turn 1 minion play.
This be our neck of the woods.
When she dies, we get 1/1 squirrels into our hand, which means that they will go into our deck as well. Nice. So we might as well use that immediately to kill her, because she's quite annoying. Ooh, we got the choose one and then choose one, although I'm concerned, because this says choose one, after you cast a choose one spell. So I don't know if this is going to work the way I want it to, but I'm going to try it anyway. First, let's go like this. We get the death roll. Yep, we get 2 1/1 squirrels. But we're going to actually play her instead.
Free your mind from its bonds.
That does not sound like a female at all. Silly me. Okay, regardless. Oh wow, played nothing. Okay, ooh, we got another one. Alright, so I don't think, like I said, I don't think this works the way I want it to, but I'm going to give it a try and find out.
Power takes many forms.
Either a 1/6 with taunt, a 1/4 with spell damage +1, a 1/2 poison stealth, or a 4/2 with rush. I'm going to choose this one, actually, because right now she has nothing on her field. I think dealing more damage is better. Even though we can't use the rush, that's fine. None of these would have been able to attack this turn regardless. So. Yeah, that does not work the way I want it to with this. Okay, that's fine.
Find your balance.
No problem. It's still... Oh, it got swapped to a 4/2. Okay, so then I probably should have played the 1/6 with taunt, huh? That's fine. Okay. Oh, she does not get the light warden because she had only taken the 3. Give your minions +1/+1, and we can cast it twice, but not this turn. So... this.
Beetleberries, my favorite.
Conveniently, we can do this. Apologies for not calling them minions. I'm a Magic player first, so I'm messing up the lingo. I apologize. Let's do this again.
This be our neck of the woods.
And I guess this one's stronger, so we'll play this.
Find your balance from its bonds.
We're talking over each other. Alright. That's a good card. Gain 6 armor and recruit a minion that costs 4 or less. We would still have 1 left over for this, because... I guess this works too, right? Oh no, next turn. Next turn, so we can do it twice.
This be our neck of the
Another
woods.
one of these, okay. Nice. So if we use... I guess we can use this one.
Find your balance.
Nuts to you.
Try one.
Find your balance.
Okay. We're off lethal by 1 point if we had kept that thing around. Oh, very nice. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Well, we do have a lot of squirrels, that's for sure.
Behold the rage of the Firelands!
Is it worth it to... I guess it doesn't matter. The more the better. Lots of squirrels in our deck right now. Lots of squirrels.
For Najata.
Okay, 7, which is exactly what we have on the field, so we win. Very nice.
Nothing but ash!
This was a weird one. I'm not gonna lie. Very, very weird. I don't know how I feel about this deck. This was very weird. I guess we'll never be hurting for minions, but good lord, we'll be swimming in squirrels, I feel like. Alright, so we have another choices, another Feral Bite, and a Protectors, which presumably is Taunt creatures. So, let's look at the Protectors first. Saronite Chain Gang, Taunt, Battlecry, summon another Saronite Chain Gang, so they would be 3/2s, not 2/3s. So the Taunters are kind of interesting. Yeah, because we have all the health swapped, so this will be weird. This would be a 5/3, and when it dies, you get a 2/1 with Taunt. And Loosened Bark would be an 8/4, and when it dies, it goes dormant, restore 5 health to awaken this minion. Interesting. Not bad, but not amazing. For Feral Bite, we have Feral Rage, a choose one. Give your hero +4 attack this turn, or gain 8 armor. An Ironwood Golem, so it would be a 6/3, and it can only attack if you have 3 or more armor. And a Swipe, deal 4 damage to an enemy and 1 damage to all other enemies. Not a bad card at all. Druid of the Saber is a choose one, but it is a minion, notably. Transform into a 2/1 with charge or a 3/2 with stealth. Transform into a 4/4 with charge or a 4/6 with taunt. And gain 10 armor or refresh your mana crystals for 10. Now, again, notably, this would be a 6/4 with taunt, and this would be a 1/2 with charge or a 2/3 with stealth. That is kind of tough. Wow. I guess this does have a choose one spell in it. It's a pretty darn good one. I think I might just go with this. This is really good. I don't know about the armor. I don't know that we're necessarily going to have enough, although our hero power can get us there if we have to, just for the 3. But I think this is going to be the best thing for us going forward.
Mean Mama Diggs has a way of unearthing trouble. That's a pun! Yeah, it is.
Nicely done. And yes, that is definitely a pun. Okay, so Mama Diggs, she's always digging into her deck for elementals. Okay. Excavate for 1. Hero power. Deal 2 damage to a friendly elemental and find out what's inside. That seems weird. Okay. We'll find out what that means. My goodness.
Squeamish versus Mama Diggs.
Me Squeamish, Druid of the Rat.
You think you're gonna get past me?
Yeah, I'll want that later, not now. So let's go like that. We'll keep a 4, just because this is very good. But hopefully we get some smaller stuff. Yep, a 1 and a 2. Exactly what I wanted. That's awesome. Okay. Yep. We're gonna have so many gibberers, my god. Oh, actually, do we just play the 1/2, or do we play the gibber? Yeah, I guess we
This be our neck of the woods.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. I'm so curious what her hero power does. I have no idea what it could possibly do. This thing's great, right? Oh, it's Overload. Okay, I don't know if she has Overload in her deck. I'm not sure. But whenever she plays a card with Overload, this gets +1/+1. It will get quite big, quite fast, it seems like. So let's do this.
What shall we hunt?
Nice. Okay.
Nuts to you.
Nuts to you. I know she said it earlier, and I kind of heard it, but not really. That's really cool. Hey, look, squirrels. So do we take 4 one time? We drew another one already. Do we take 4 one time to do this, or 3 actually? I think we do. So we go like this. And then
Got one! Got one!
this. And then we have 1 left, so let's just try this again.
This be our neck of the woods.
Run it back. Oh my goodness, it's another one. Well, thankfully. Oh wow, yeah, okay, that's great. We have 4, so we can play this.
Not to you.
Okay. Whoa. That's crazy. After you summon a minion, give it +1/+1. Well, we can do that.
This isn't great.
This. This. Is this when it dies? We shuffle a copy of it into our deck? Sure. What does this guy do again? After you play a battle cry minion, 2 damage to a minion. Sure.
No.
Slow and steady. I know we could have hit our opponent for 5, but still. Can't attack while damaged? That's convenient. Gain 6 armor, recruit. Yeah, I guess we can do that.
Not to you.
Okay. So if we go 1, 2. 3. 4.
This be our neck of the woods.
Use my mana as efficiently as possible. Hope that this guy doesn't die, because he's been doing wonders for us if you could not tell. And there he goes. That's fine. Makes sense. I get it. I get it. Okay, we gain some more armor. We still have 8 damage on the field right now. Ooh, we win. Okay. Well, fine.
Not to you.
Easy enough. Yeah, I think the special ability that we chose, getting these minions back into our deck, 2 copies of them, is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
You call that gnomish garbage a knife? This is a knife! No, wait, that's a bomb.
That's very cool. So yes, we've used the Gnomish Army Knife in the past. It wasn't bad. It is 5 mana to do all of those things. Read all of those keywords there. We can do 3 for Murgatha. Whenever you play a card, overload one of your opponent's mana crystals. We've done that previously as well. And with all of our low-cost things, that's probably not a bad idea, to be honest. Yeah, because Master Scheme is deal 1 damage, draw 1 card, gain 1 armor, summon 1 Boombot, and it upgrades each turn. But still, Murgatha is great. First of all, it's a 3 mana 3/6, which is going to be a 3 mana 6/3. It's just going to be so good. And yeah, if we play like a Feral Gibberer and then another Feral Gibberer, or like a million squirrels again, we're just going to overload their mana crystals every single turn. I feel like that's going to be disgusting. So yeah, there we go. The legends, well, it looks like we got duplicates. We got double Tyrantus and double branching paths. Interesting. Okay, we got a lot of high-cost things on the ends here, but let's start with the legends. So we have Tyrantus, as I mentioned, 12/12 for 10, can't be targeted by spells or hero powers, and Kel'Thuzad, who is... These are absolutely incredible, but I don't think I'm picking those, to be honest with you. Branching Paths is a choose twice. Draw a card, give your minions +1 attack, and gain 6 armor. It has been a bit... I don't think we saw these at all last game, but still, they do exist, and this is another choose one, so that might not be a bad idea. These are spells that ask you to choose things. We have Mulch, destroy a minion, add a random minion to your opponent's hand. Cenarius, excuse me, which is a choose one. Give your other minions +2/+2, or summon 2 2/2 treants with taunt. And a Mulch Muncher with Rush, costs 1 less for each friendly treant that died this game. So, not great. These are both 9. This is not going to get any cheaper. I don't think we have any treants or any prospect of getting any. Mulch is fine if there's something crazy on their field, but there's probably no way of knowing what's going to necessarily be crazy, although if it's killing us, that's probably the thing to mulch. But I think I'm going to choose this Feral Bite. We've got so many choose options, and we have a couple of cards that care about that. Not a ton anymore, but still, we could get there.
There's some shady characters down here. Some of my best friends.
I love this tavern. It's such an interesting add-in to these runs. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your deck. I won't go crazy with the comments on the Cheers reference, but it's there. Modify your adventure deck this run, add or remove minions, and more. So good. Friendly encounter at Tiny Finn's Tavern.
I always love meeting a new customer. Come on in.
Okay, so we've got some interesting things over here. We've got another Keeper Steladris. We've got the Fate Spinner. Choose a Death Rattle secretly. Deal 3 damage to all minions, or give all minions +2/+2. Interesting. That would be bad for... I don't know. That'd be kind of tough. I don't think we could ever choose the deal 3 damage to all minions because all our guys are tiny. Like, look at these 4 randomly selected ones on our side of the field, and don't forget this swaps. So this would be a 5-3, and this would be a 3-2. So, yeah, that would kill everything on our field, except for this. Well, no, this would already be dead with the death rattle.
How to beat you?
It would have to be give them all +2/+2, but that would work for our opponents as well. Battle Cry, destroy all cards in your deck that cost 3 or less. That is a terrible idea to have that. No, thank you. Especially with our ability that all our extra minions that we get cost 1, so it would destroy all of those as well. No, no, no.
What for me use?
Okay. And then Auction Master Beardo, after you cast a spell, refresh your hero power, which is not terrible, but we really haven't been using it too much to begin with, to be honest. So, 0, dismiss. Choose a friendly minion, remove it from your adventure deck. I mean, this has been doing wonders for us. This is a fine card. This card's great, and this card's just fine. I have no issues with any of these, so I don't think I'm going to be using dismiss. Add all enemy minions to your adventure deck. They gain +1/+1 for this run, so again, no, because this card is not good for us at all. This one would be tough, because it would give the +2/+2 to all our opponent's minions as well. Having another one of these wouldn't be bad, but this would not help us at all. So I don't think I'll be using that. I only have two coins to choose from, and the rest of these are all +1. So give a friendly minion +2/+2 for this entire run. So we could make this a 4/4 so that it lives through more things, since this was working well for us. We can make this
to beat you.
It's really annoying. We can make this a 3/3, so that every time we get copies of it, they're 3/3s, 3/3s, 3/3s. At least I assume. I could be wrong, because when we had the 2/2s on the field and they copied, they were 1/1s in our hand. Reduce the cost of a random card in your adventure deck to 0 is great.
I can
Very
always
cool.
enjoy a quiet night.
And increase your starting health by 5. That's not as good. I mean, it's fine. But we've got a lot of like armor things and possibilities for armor things. So I think I'm going to go with the Tell a Story and the Take a Chance. I love Take a Chance so much. It's worked very well.
Take your time. Enjoy the atmosphere.
Thank you. Even if it's something for like 1 or 3, 4, like it's still 0. So you just play it whenever you want for absolutely free. And it works out well for the 3-mana creature, the 3-mana 3/6 that we just picked, that says whenever you play something, we overload one of our opponents'
We get all types around here.
mana crystals.
Good luck.
Thank you. Yeah, okay. So what did she cost originally? I don't even remember, but that's fine. Now she costs 0. And she gets a 3, I believe, is what she cost previously. And now we can transform her into one of her other forms. And I will remember this time, the next time we use her, I should say, that she can be a 6/1 with taunt. And then we'll tell a story. But which minion?
I can always enjoy a quiet night.
Again, it will not be this one. But I could see argument for any other of these 3. This could be a 7/5. Which when it dies, we shuffle a copy of it into our deck, plus when we play it, we get 2 copies in our deck as well. I mean, the same will be said for these 2 about getting 2 copies.
For me use.
Oh, man. It's 4 mana for this, 3 and 1, and this adds copies. I just don't know if that works offhand, if the copies would also be 3/3s, because then that's crazy. You just get 3/3s for 1 over and over again. I'm going to try it. If it's wrong, then it's wrong, but I gotta try it. That seems insane.
I've heard this story before. It's a good one.
It's definitely gonna be. And again, I have no reason to dismiss any of these guys. I like them just fine, so I think I'm done. Thank you so much, Bartender Bob.
Safe travels.
Okay, so let's finish this off. K Tugi. Open Wormhole is her ability. Both players summon a minion from their deck, and those minions fight. Interesting. So my minions will probably die, but that's fine. Step 1, open portal. Step 2, minions fight. Step 3, victory. It's like step 3, profit. She probably will too. I assume the minions in her deck would be catered to winning those fights.
Squeamish versus K.
You'd
Just
make
cat.
a perfect lab rat. Squeamish, help! Me got's big brain!
Okay, we got 1, 2, and 3. Very nice. Obviously, again, we'd rather this be 6, so maybe I should have shipped it back, but that's fine. And we'll get copies. We're just gonna have a million rats again. Okay, we have a choose one.
This be our neck of the woods.
Okay.
Beetleberries,
Both of these.
my
Bro, that's not
favorite.
amazing.
Nuts to you.
Oh, we got a 3-mana guy. A copy of friendly minions' health. Well, that's weird. Okay, 3 damage. Damn. Okay, that's fine. Oh. Okay, yes, please.
Power takes many forms.
So let's do this. 6-1. And then pay 3. Copy of friendly minions' health. That feels bad. I mean, this was just a random one that we got, right? But it's a 1/5, so is it going to become a 1/2?
Your rage sustains.
Yep.
Nuts to you.
That's funny. Oh. Ooh. Well, they both died, but
It's like
at least
nothing
get
ever
the
happened.
copies. Yeah. That's funny. Okay. Yep. Alright, that's fine. Was that random? No, it was to me. Okay, that's good. I was going to say, did we get really lucky there? Alright, let's play another one of these. That's good.
This be our neck of the woods.
This. Let's just
Nuts to you.
That's 6-1 moved, which is real good for us. Okay, to your hero. Interesting. How can we win this turn? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh my god. What?
Nuts to you. Nuts.
Wow. Wow. That's really gross. What a cool way to end this video, because spoilers, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for part 2 of this. I guess, you know what? Let's pick this. I gave my closing a little early. Let's pick what we're going to pick. We have Legends, so we have War Druid Loti again. Ixlid Fungal Lord, a 2/4 after you play a minion, summon a copy of it. That seems excessive with what we're doing. And Sneed's Old Shredder. When it dies, summon a random legendary minion, and it's a 5/7, which means it would be a 7/5. And this would be a 4/2. We have Haunted Creepers. Ooh, okay. So we've seen how the Acorn Bearer has done for us. What about this? Oh, but this, okay, these go onto the field as opposed to these, which go into our hand, which means they would cycle back into our deck. We also then have Pounce, Bite, and Savage Combatant. Mark of Nature is a choose one. Give a minion +4 attack or +4 health and taunt. I may actually just choose that anyway. War Druid Loti is very good. We just got that 6-1. That won us that game easily. Ixlid Fungal Lord. It seems... like, it feels bad, though, if we fill up our field with, like, squirrels, right? And the copies don't get shuffled into the deck, and then Sneed's Old Shredder, we would maybe get to, maybe not. We just won on turn 5. That's a tough choice. I may regret it, but I think I'm going to go with Beasts and Buffs. I think I like it better. So feel free to let me know.
That Murloc's been dancing since we got here. Will nothing end his reign of funk?
Can't stop, won't stop the boogie woogie. We will find out what Dancin' Daryl has in store for us on the next video. I really, really hope you guys are enjoying it. I am loving this so much. So definitely please stay tuned. Thank you all so much once again, and like I said, let me know what your thoughts are of some of my choices and whether I've been doing it wrong or right, or am I just lucky, in the comments down below. From the Geek for All family of channels, I have been Joe, and as we always say, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.